Hello everyone! How are you today? Hey! How is everyone today? Hopefully everyone's good. I'm gonna turn down this music, alright now? It's a little bit loud. Oh! That was absolutely gone. Why? Oh no! There you go. Hello Sanch, how are you? Hello. What you been up to? Hello Goddess. Hello Kay. I'm going good. Search has asked the first one. Hello everyone. Okay, so what's coming towards me in the next 48 hours? Well, firstly, there is some karma coming back to you. So somehow you did something and it's coming back. So if it's positive karma, it doesn't mean that it's negative, but sometimes it's positive. And a death cycle, the ending of a cycle. So that's kind of exciting. I hope that if you have treated other people very nice, that is good karma, and it comes back. I love the death card so much. It just means that there's an end of something. Always interesting. Hello Sparkly Smile. How's everyone today? I miss you all. I miss you all so much. What's the intentions of... Who is it? Yeah. So, what's... Attentions of S towards me. I think this is like rush or panic. Give me 1 second, because I did look this guy up again the other day, and I just wanted to double check before I actually tell you. So your overconfidence is causing chaos, and worse yet, may come as sensitive and egotistical. Leap too high and you most certainly fall. Time to check yourself and rethink your approach. Maybe you're coming on too strong and this person's going to back off. So it's kind of hard because I don't want to tell you that they don't like you, but you might be a little bit too strong here. So I think you just need to play it by ear. So they're interested, but if you kind of completely glomp them, or that's kind of, yeah, they might run away. Okay, so it's Alexandra's next. Okay, so best job for you. I feel like you're going to be helping people goal plan, because this is a whole thing about not achieving your goals, not achieving your dreams. So I think that it'll be one of those things that you will help other people get more organized, get their goals in place. Maybe personal assistant or a goal planner. I'd say, like, possibly a life coach. It depends. But it's something to help other people get back in their best game. So during will Shakesi and Shrekaret have a long-term relationship? Well, it depends. I would say that yes, but it might be fraught with a little bit of difficulty because this lady is not so independent. She looks from the outside like an independent woman, but when she kind of pushes her thing, she's very slowly non-independent. So it could be a thing, but there is happiness. So yeah, I would say a long-term committed relationship, and the man will be chasing money. So it's kind of a little bit because there is going to be tension in this relationship. So they will be committed to each other, they will be happy, but they will also have arguments about these things. Goddess says, when will my luck turn around? Goddess, how are you? When will your luck turn around? I think you're being a little bit too hard on yourself. You are such a cute little kitty cat, and you've got to realize that you've got to talk to your inner child almost, because it's wanting some treats, it's wanting some self-love and care and attention. And where do you realize that it's not that bad because your little tiny kitty cat is not worrying about all the things it wants, coloring books or something like that? You realize how simple your life is, and that your luck is being here right now. I'm going great, thank you, goddess. So Priyaka says, hi, what's coming towards me in the rest of July? Okay, firstly, I would say that if you've offended someone or done something that was not completely I'm not going to say dishonest, it's more that you didn't care about other people's feelings when you did it. You might have to say sorry, because what's happening is there's other people that you offended or hurt, and sometimes it's okay. You can write a letter, you can address it, you can send it. You don't have to actually say face to face or call them up. There's always this bit where you can resolve past issues quite quickly if you just admit. It doesn't mean that you have to say sorry for what you said. You could say, sorry, I hurt your feelings, which is kind of a cop-out, really. But when does Karen come to me, says Nancy, to set a love relationship like earlier, current no contact situation? I think this is soon, because this is spring. This is a very, very much a short-term thing. It's enjoyable. It's very short. So yeah. So Kate went on a date. Oh yay! Went on a date last night. Oh, where did you go? What did you do? I want to know. I haven't gone on a date in ages. I'm like, the pandemic's got me scared. He's really interested. More like he's getting up to get moving. He's trying to progress this relationship quite fast, and possibly with a Leo. They tend to do this. You're either someone that interests a Leo or not at all. So well done. So Fritzy says, does MD want to be with me? Yeah, I feel so. There is this kind of impatientness. So whatever is impatient, whether it's relationships or something, they're looking at the future, but they're not. There's like a chaotic energy to them. So they might be one person that can't make up their mind. And so therefore, you have to wait and watch them. But if you don't see a commitment, you'll have to walk. Because I don't know about you, but if people can't make up their minds, then that really annoys me. So I think they say yes, but they also like one of those people that sits there and takes 30 minutes to order a takeaway. And for me, that would annoy the crap out of me. One of my sisters actually does. Abshek, my name is Amatumita. When is my love life approved and best? Well, that depends on you, because this is the world card. This is actually seeing the world, exploring. So there's a whole wide world out there of possibilities. So I would say travel. Make yourself some interesting travel stories. And nothing more attractive than someone that's gone and seen places that you haven't, and have all the sexy photos other places. Also, just work on being a provider, being able to provide for someone else and provide for yourself. That's important. Providing for yourself first, and then being able to provide for others. So yeah, I think as soon as you do that, you're not going to be able to fend them off. They're just going to come and get stuck on you. You'll be like, how do I have all these women now? You'll be ringing, like, messaging me through stream going, can you please tell them to go away? S says, how will my crush feel about me? It's hard because they're dealing with something really big right now. It's very, very hard for them. They like you, they want to be with you, but they're also battling something like depression or something really hard, and they're kind of losing some of their battle. So what I would suggest to you is not try to help them through this. They have to get through this themselves, but also tell them that you're always going to be there to listen or give them a space, because sometimes it's hard doing everything by yourself. So yeah, they see you, like, they do kind of understand that you might not be in the same place as them, and so therefore it's fine, it's good. Yeah. So yeah, I think just keep on going, okay? What does Alex feel about you? They do see that you're an interesting person and they like being around you, but they might feel also that they're not worthy, which is something that people have to deal with. Like, sometimes people believe that they're not really worthy of a relationship. How does Alex feel about you? He's being a really scaredy cat right now. He's kind of trying to hide away. He is also trying to get up to tell you the things, summing up the courage, summing up the things. But he also is a little bit scared of being kicked out into the cold. So yeah, he's trying very hard, but he's also a really big scaredy cat. Oh no. You have to be nice to him, okay? Hashita, of course you can. Just put down your questions and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Yes, of course you can. I argued with my person. Yeah, just apologize, Renyaka. It's the easiest way to do it. Even if you say it's like you're not sorry about the argument, you're sorry that you hurt them. And that has to be genuine, and that has to be from the heart. Yay, it went great! Near the beach had drinks and dinner. Oh, that sounds amazing, Kay. What? Okay, so Saha is next. What is Ozzy's current feelings towards me, and how does he see me? That's a good question. Let's ask the cards that. Yes, of course the free list is still open. If you do want to donate, there is a PayPal, but you don't have to. You do not have to. It's not anything that you need to do. Okay? I'm gonna say boot to him. Don't do that, butterfly. You might kill him. It might just completely go. Heart stops, guys. I don't know. I'm kidding, joking, guys. So Ozzy's his current feelings towards me and how he sees me. He sees you as the goddess of love and joy. Just completely. Just that you have this energy, bubbly, just gorgeous. Hello, Samara. Hello, Peach Love. Okay, so Rahul's current feelings towards me. He's starting to realize that you're not just like a couple of things that he can put together and put away. He's actually starting to realize you're quite you mean a lot to him. So yeah, I think he's just starting to wake up to that. Okay. So hi dear, why is he ignoring you? Because they like you, Denise. Or that you hurt them because you said something that, like, maybe you were friends and they said that they liked you and you kind of like really gave them the kind of, no, I want to just be friends. That's the hard one. I think that they really love you, so that's kind of hard that they've kind of blocked you or done any of that. So yeah, Zuri says, are the Libra completely over me? We're Libras. Oh my god. Oh, we'll see. No, I don't think they're completely over you. They're kind of stuck. Because when you kind of either moved on or they moved on, they didn't have plans or actions of their own. So they're kind of spinning their wheels because they don't know what to do right now without you. So it's kind of hard. Yeah. Hello, Galtalika? Gitolika. Okay. Abshek, sometimes you have to wait for other people to ask some questions, because I try to answer everybody's, but sometimes it's hard. Karen Kesha missing me on my birthday. No, I don't think he's missing you on your birthday, unfortunately. There was something else he needed to do or needed to get done, and no. The short story is no. What is Brian thinking when I waved at him as I was walking past my shop to go home after work, says Peach Love. You're just a tease, aren't you, Peach Love? You're just a tease. You're absolutely teasing this poor man. He knows you're a tease. He's just like, ah. Also, like, he's like, can I afford this person? Yeah. He's like, can I afford this person? And they're just teasing me. Absolutely teasing me. Okay. That's your speech, love. And then it's Gito Alika, general reading. There's a lot there, but let's go with these three. So there is a time that you've got to kind of stop like over flirting with people, and you need to step away from your boil and just like start not kind of giving people too much of yourself. Like if they say hi to you, they don't need a life story. They just want to like have that kind of energy match. And your heart is healing, and even though you don't trust other people right now, you should trust the people that come into your life right about now, because your heart is healing, and when your heart heals, it will be a better predictor of love than you are. So I think that you need to work on healing yourself, and then realize that even if you don't trust people, you need to trust the people around you that are going to help you. So just trust that your heart is healing and that it knows exactly where you want to go, but don't scare people off with your whole life story as soon as they meet you. Samara says, can I expect any contact from Zia soon? A deal soon. So Samara, no, they are very confusing. They got very confused in what choices they have, and they're absolutely burnt out on the choices that they have to make. And this is the Two of Swords in reverse, which means that it's usually a life choice that they're burnt out on, whether it's to move, to study, or to stay at home, look after their family. It's a big choice, and so therefore kind of give them time, because they possibly have included you in that decision. So Akania says, and no worries, so thank you guys for saying thank you. It's my pressure. Will Harashi future come legally permanently my stepson? Time frame. It's hard to know, because there is this feeling of that you have to get up and get moving with this. This process won't be possible unless you really put some time in it and become a little bit more assertive. But the whole idea is, at the moment, realize that it's not going to permanently change your life. There's no dramatic parts of this. No one's going to take this person away from you. They're not going to magically disappear on you. It's all good. But you need to kind of get up and see where the process is. And every couple of weeks, just check in on the process, see how it is. Awesome. Okay, what can I do this week to kind of do it? I think you'll need to kind of bug them a little bit. Denise planning to meet and suddenly adoring and was one that wants to be only friends. It might be that he's scared of love. Maybe that's the thing, Denise. He's scared of being in a love relationship. Hey, Ruby. Hello. Karen's current feelings for you, that he looks at you like a queen. This is Queen of Wands. She's fiercely independent. But she's also a loyal card, and she just does what she wants to, and she's very fierce. So I love that for you. So I'm glad that's what he thinks of you. Oh, I opened the door and I'm still hot. It's hot today, guys. I am going to see how fast I can. If I could pull through today. It is hot in the UK. I wish that I had a paddling pool. I could do cards in a paddling pool. Unfortunately, some of the cats will get slightly wet, and they wouldn't love me after that. They'd be like, nope. Okay, so it's Shathia's one now. So what is B's feelings towards me? That's they are getting there with you, but they also feel like they kind of don't have a lot of things to invest, or there's a kind of poverty with this. So they are achieving something. They want to spend more time or more money on you, but they just can't. They also feel slightly like you are misjudging their thoughts or actions sometimes, and they get really upset because sometimes it feels like you're not very fair or very fair or equal with them. So sometimes they feel like they're putting in all this work and getting nothing on return. So sometimes you have to kind of realize whether you're being actually fair to them. So what is his next move, says Shahar? Well, it's love. This is usually new love, but that could be anything. That could be that they fall in love with you again, but this card is new love. That's essentially what it means. Dr. Ramen is my crush. What does he think about me? Raymond. Okay. Sorry. I called it Robin. I'm sorry. Ruby, I'm sorry to call you crush Robin. So he is looking to the future. I don't think that he wants anything from you right now. So therefore he's more concerned on his own direction in life. He's kind of looking towards the future. So Taha says, can you see the communication happening between me and my ex-tourist? No worries, speech love. Okay. I hope everyone's good. If you're in the UK at the moment, it is a heat wave. Make sure to drink some water. Actually, wherever you are in the world, drink some water. It won't kill you unless you drink too much of it. Okay, so what's happening between me and my ex-tourist? Well, they still want to care for you. They want to keep feeding you. I think there's like this kind of like mother vibe when it comes to these cards. Like here's like a cup of coffee, here's some food. they really seem to have that food language down pat. Okay, so it's Joanna's turn. Hi, Angel messages. Hi, Angel messages, please. Thanks. Yeah, so make sure that you are drinking, because unfortunately, I've opened the door, but the sweat is still trickling down my back. So yeah. Messages, please. You are still doing great. Just keep on working on what you're doing. And if you're battling something right now, the angels want to know that they've seen you and seen how you're working towards these battles that other people can't see, but they could see it. And they want to let you know that you are still worthy of their love and their time and attention. So realize that you are doing well and just keep up on the good fight. So then it's Sarah's turn. Sarah's. And hello, Prisha. How are you? Okay, so how does Now feel about you, please? They're in a standstill because they want to kind of give you things. They want to give you good things, but they feel like they can't. And they're really torn about whether or not you're getting the right thing out of them. That's what they think. They're really worried that they can't provide for you completely, and that scares them a lot. Or they're thinking about if whether or not you would be happier with someone else. Yeah. Current feelings for Sushil for you. It's hard because they're kind of a little bit over maybe the emotional immaturity that sometimes you display, Purnima. And even though they don't want to say that, they feel like that the commitments of having like kids or having a family with you is kind of hard because they want this and you don't seem to be in that space. But they're still reconsidering these connections and they still want to be with you, but they still want you to be more emotionally mature, which is fair enough. They're just having this bit where they have a problem with that. So Arcania, I would say no. So Arcania, I would say it's up to you. So therefore, the more that you work to it, the more that it's going to work out. But it's also, don't stress about the situation because it's not going to help you and it's not going to make you feel better, okay? So Prisha says, will P come and apologize to me about what he said yesterday? I think he's considering it as an option. He still doesn't know completely what he said wrong. So he's kind of thinking, okay, like I could say sorry. But he still doesn't completely know what went on yesterday. So whether or not that's going to make you more angry with him is another thing, and I feel sorry for this guy because he just doesn't get it. He doesn't get what you were arguing about. So Anshel says, what's coming towards me, this love? A possible tensions if you are in a relationship or you're feeling like the relationship's not going great. It is not. I think there's got to be some work done there that you guys aren't kind of putting the work into this relationship. Or if this is this month, it is, if you're single, I would say that it's not working on trying to bring a love relationship to you. So there's just like this bit where there's no kind of filling up of the emotional tank for both of you. There's no nice words said, there's no nice gestures. If you're single right now, this means nice gestures towards yourself, towards the world. So therefore you're kind of then bringing this to life, because then when someone comes into your life, there's a space that there's already nice gestures being said and nice things happening, and so therefore it's not going to be a difference from normal. You're still going to be able to do nice things for them. I feel like there is a world of opportunity here. So Anshel, it's like you should kind of reconsider why you're kind of in this comfort zone and start trying to branch out of this comfort zone, because there's a lot there that you can do that might feel scary for you, but there's just this bit where you've got to work for that, okay? Guys, if you have to wait for me to answer, it's fine. It's just that I need to scroll down because I need to answer quite a lot of questions. Hello, Taylor. So Paulina says, angel message for you. You need to stop being so hard on yourself. There is a bit that you tend to stray away from. And I'd rather that you kind of take that on as something that you like about yourself than something that you hate about yourself. You just have a bit that you hate the childlike about you. And this is interesting because this is something that your other half doesn't like about you, which is kind of weird because this seems to be that the angel guides are telling you that you need this. You need to talk to this child, inner child, and figure out what it wants, because maybe if you talk to it and figure out what it wants, then you will stop acting out. or having these bits of immature behavior, because you realize that the wants and needs of the child are not getting met, and you can meet the child's inner child's needs much better than someone else outside. So Taylor says, may I have a general card reading, please? Yeah, I think there's a lot of times where you're very one-tracked minded, and you can be quite, seeing one direction when there's lots of choices that you can take. But you need to realize that... What am I saying right now? You might be too young to see that there's other directions for you, and you should stop being so hard pushing yourself in one direction, because whether you like it or not, life is full of different tracks, different directions that you can go down, and you should figure out that with being young, you have opportunities there that most people take when they're 40, because they don't realize there's opportunities there that they could have taken before. So I think that you should figure that out for yourself, Taylor. But I'd say that you need to figure out why you believe there's only a couple of paths for you, or one path. Hey, I love you. Okay, Isa messaged me today, please and thank you. No worries, Joanna. And no worries, Ruby. Will Uziel message me today? Oh my god. I am sweating like a pig. I don't know if pigs sweat. Why is that a thing? Why do they say sweating like a pig when technically we don't know? I don't know. I would say that they will, because they're animals. I don't know whether they sweat that much. So will Uziel message you today? It seems like they're kind of dealing with a lot today. I don't think so today. If they do contact you, it's going to be a little bit short, because they're feeling very much over their day today. So they need the rest and relaxation. They're feeling kind of a little bit depressed and down on their luck. And not really that rich this month. So whatever has happened, they might text you a little bit, but they won't ring you, okay? So they might say hi, and that's it. That's all you get for today. He's Aries. I think this feels weird, because I would feel like this is a punching bag vibe here. But either that or it's a rant feeling, or they're just stuck. I think this is a stuck vibe, so why their feelings are towards you. someone they get to vent with, and sometimes I feel like sometimes they get to be mean to you because you'll take it. So if they're mean to you, don't take that, please. Sit there and go, I know you're feeling frustrated right now. I know you're feeling angry, but I'm not here to be your punching bag. And leave it as is. But yeah. It's kind of weird. Hello, Bob! How are you? Ayana says, should I Pisces go to Puerto Rico with Lefred? Will it be fun? Firstly, I don't know. So is this supposed to be a male friend of yours? If this is a male friend, they might get really hurt, because the whole idea is if they're just a woman friend, then this is fine. But this is a male card in reverse. It is the Mail of Cups, which means that it's highly emotional. So therefore the whole idea of the guy that sits there and goes, she doesn't like me the way I am, or something like that, it just feels like there might be this situation. So I would suggest, if you're going somewhere as friends, make sure you tell them before you go away on holiday with them, especially if they say, no, it's okay, I will pay. Because you don't want to get in that situation. It is wise. I think that you'll have fun, but I would also tell them, like, look. But the whole idea is that you have this wiseness about you, and you'll go and have fun. But that's the only thing that I would say, that I would tell you. Okay? S. Did I do S's reading? I'm very sure I did a reading for you, S. Okay, we'll just answer that. What was S thinking about you? Sometimes you're a bloody idiot. That's what he's thinking. Also, you can be quite emotional. And you need to kind of realize that you can get yourself out of situations that you get yourself in, because what he's thinking about you is like, probably, I think it's a fondness, but you're kind of an idiot. A little bit. You get yourself stuck in a situation, and then you start being really upset about it, and like it's not that big. So I'm very sure you could realize that that's possibly like, yeah, what they're thinking. So Jeanette says, hi, my name is Fatima. Is Karen do you have another thing? No, I wouldn't say it's true love. No. Love me or not. I'd say this card is telling you to focus on yourself, so they're trying to let you down gently in that relationship. No, I don't think so. Okay, so Shrek. Hello, Shrek. You're green as well. What did Adita tell Sijal about me? That you're kind of weak and you don't make plans. You kind of like, you might have said that you were going to do something and never did it. So I think the whole idea was you said something and you never carried it out, and that can kind of be what they remember of you. Is like, you say, yes, I'll hang out with you. Do you hang out? No, you don't. And then like they ring you up and say, where are you? And you're like, oh, I'm deciding not to come. Zuri says, the Libra is currently feeling about you. Good things. Just chasing that bit, so therefore he's like, no, you don't see me at the end of this like once I'm not here, num 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 num. So he's just trying to play it cool, but he all he wants to yeah, or this person wants is to come closer to you. So Pumima says, hello Colvia, how are you, my friend? What happened in my sister-in-law's near married life that my mother-in-law Maya doesn't want to tell me? It's hard because there is these kind of bits where I'm not going to read those because it'll get too long, but it feels like your mother-in-law doesn't want to tell you just because it really won't be pertinent for you to know. So what's actually happening is that they're still quite happy. They're very happy and love, but it's an established relationship. But yeah, she's seeing like the bigger picture here, and she really doesn't want to say anything bad that could change or influence your behavior towards your sister-in-law. So I think in general it's more like not starting rumors, I guess. I would say that. Edie says, how could I initiate a conversation with a Pisces on the internet? Oh, interesting. Okay. Just be open. Be honest, I think. And also, the whole idea is give them a way out. So they're like, you're like, oh yeah, like I saw this like picture or something on here. Like I know like it's totally alright if you have a boyfriend. I just thought I'd say hi and say like do you wanna like talk to people? Like, do you want to talk to me? Yeah, so give them a way out because they possibly will be more interested if you sit there and go, okay, it's fine if you have a boyfriend. I just thought I would say hi. So it's one of those things that you got to treat them equally and fairly. Don't play tricks or they're going to get that. Hashita says, does Royal miss me? Yes, they do. They thought that you were very, very much their type. So whatever happened was really not their plans or intentions with us. How's my protection ritual? Okay, so what was Sijal's reaction when she saw my picture today with my niece? I hope that it said your niece on it. Like, come on. Like, I know for a fact I've dated and online profiles with kids, especially because I don't have any on my own. It's always been hard because I don't know whether I could look after someone else's kid if I didn't actually have one of my own. That's what I would say. But yeah, I think there's this rebuild sees you as a caring person, so it was like, okay, like she liked that. But I think it's also because she could get to contact you again. So Christy, how's your protection ritual coming along? I think it's going good. So I think that's kind of opened you up for other bigger things, because protection rituals are pretty much the first thing you get taught. So yeah, I hope that you haven't put your eggshells everywhere. That would be really hard. I hope they are only around window sills or door sills or something, because yeah, you don't want to tread in all the eggshells if you don't need to. So Corvia says, currently feelings of L Sagittarius towards me. They're feeling very confident, but they're also kind of wanting a complete understanding of how you feel before they move in, because they're wondering how you feel, and then they're kind of doubting what you're feeling for them. And yeah, it's how you get to pretend these two people, they're people, yeah? So this guy comes up and this guy comes up the street, and that dodge around the thing, hey, sorry, and do dancing around each other on the street. Yeah, that could be the same, but in a situation. So I'm sorry that it's the things. Okay, so then it says, Annie, hi, Mystic Cassandra, can I ask what T feels for me? They feel very positive, and when you came into their life, they're like, right, I've got something to work towards. I've got somewhere to see. It's that sees me. Yeah. So they really want to kind of work on this relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic one. So Sarah says, what is Faye's current current thing towards you? It's kind of hard because it's warm and cold. I feel like that's a thing. So this is winter, this is rebuilding, and this kind of story in here. So let's say that they are currently rebuilding a relationship with you that they might have felt it got diminished. So they're kind of trying to see if they can salvage the relationship with you, because something happened and one of you got very selfish, emotionally immature about it, and then it started breaking on you. So I feel like you're rebuilding that right now. So it might be that they're trying to salvage. So if they're salvaging the relationship, if you want it to continue, you might need to give them a hand out as well, just rebuilding that tower again. So give me 1 second, Heather. I'll explain that to you. Okay, so I don't know. This card came out again. So yes, I would say that yes, they're going to be your boyfriend, because they really want to be there for you. So with the card, this card, let's go and have a look for Heba. I'll see if I can find that card again. Okay, I wish that it was order. If not, I will explain. So with the cat cut caught in the carpet, it feels like they are stuck in this relationship, and sometimes when we're stuck we get frustrated, and so the whole idea is that they might be wanting you to always be there for them, but when you have a problem or when you have something, then it's kind of not the same. So I like what you can see is whether or not that actually is a thing. Because sometimes when I say mean, it doesn't mean that it's physical. It doesn't mean that they're throwing punches or something like that. Thank you, Sanib. You didn't have to, but thank you. If that helps, let me know. I will try and pull out another card if that didn't make sense at all. Because sometimes it's hard. Because sometimes when you're looking for something, you're not going to like answer another question. It's just like sometimes you're thinking something, I'm thinking something, the cards get confused. Yes. Isbeth asked me on Instagram, after these years, what's his true intentions? I thought he was into Sabrina. He's addicted to you. He's addicted to you. So I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing. So thank you, Sanib, for your donation. You didn't have to, but thank you. So yeah, he's addicted to you. Okay, so Cass, will I get the project manager job? That's a good question. Let's ask those cards. I think if... Okay, I think you will naturally fall into this job. Yeah? You have the ability to be able to get this job. But I think it was also you have to control this very well, like the self-control, and also water it every single day. Learn a little bit more every single day about that. Yeah? So it's kind of hard because it's going to be with this project manager job. I think when you get in there, there's going to be a lot of things that you need to control. So yes. Jade's, will my financially stability improve soon? Yes, Jade's, for sure. Sanib. Oh, thank you, Sandeep. I can't tell if there's a donation or not. Unfortunately, with Super Chat, it would go up to the top. But unfortunately, it can't always do that. So I'm scrolling down as fast as I can, but it's also whenever I see it. Thank you, Corvia, for being my awesome... Can I do this? Let me know, Corvia, if you're up for being a moderator, so I can then mod you and you get this cool looking sword. Tasvia says a Raymond what is that? There's a breeze outside and it's just coming in and I'm like, oh my god, that's so good. Is Raymond serious enough about me or my relationship? I think you've got to let control over some things and kind of let him take the wheel in these things, because what would I say? I was learning something about like men need to be a container for a woman. And it was kind of interesting because I can kind of agree. And I was surprised because I didn't realize that I would agree on something like that. Because it feels very unfeminist to me, is that men have to have the control in the relationship. But I realized that when you're upset, when you're worried about it, it's because when you go to your guy and your guy doesn't really tell you anything, you take over that control as well, so you become the container and also the mover, so you do both, and that can weigh you down thinly. So you might just have to step away from that control and sit there and go, oh yeah, like you needed to do that because obviously it's Mondays and it's trash day. Well, then you take out the trash. So yeah, I think it'll get better after this. Oof, there is a bee, a bit buzzy bee. There's a buzzy bee in here. There's a bee. Oh, it's a wasp. Okay. Sorry guys if you're a little bit scared of wasps. It just came in. I must be so nice right now. Salty things. I'm glad there's no jab. It would have gone absolutely crazy. Okay, so yeah, so Drew says, is my ex-husband contacting me soon? Within a month, next month. Okay, so Drew, it seems like there's an idea of that, but he's also, I think he is going to come back into love contact with you. So yeah, I think that he'll be back very soon. So the idea's there. He's thinking about it, but possibly next month, not this month, I feel. Current feelings of Maya for you? Okay, so current feelings for Maya for you is this new love, which can be very addictive. So I think that's easy to say. There is that new love in there, the new exciting kind of love, the addictive kind of love where you wake up and that person's in your brain and you don't go to sleep. You can't go to sleep because they're in your brain. Yeah. It's hard. New love is kind of weird, that perspective. So what will our interaction be with Ari in the future? That's kind of interesting because there is a feeling of that kind of realize that sometimes you're being a little bit not mature when it comes to things and see bigger pictures, but in general, like, the love is there. So there is this kind of love bond between you guys, but I would see the bigger picture and to kind of be more mindful of what you do around this person. If that's someone that you really care about, then yeah, you need to kind of work with how you say or how you react to the person, because they might feel like you really don't care, or you're just like only here for your own gain. So Catherine, Flam, does my person still talk about me with friends and family? What does he say? That you wanted to have bigger dreams and goals than they did. So therefore they were happy with where they were and you wanted a lot more. And so therefore they might explain it as like, oh, this person's doing this right now, like they're going and doing this, and yeah, so they kind of had this kind of feeling like, I'm comfortable, like why are they doing their thing? Also that you might have kind of been the person that picked the fights, so that's what he would talk about as well, would be like why you fought. So that could be something that you need to work on. I was using a ton of eggshells the other day. Yeah. No, eggshells are normal, I think. Everybody uses eggshells. I should think of that. So, alright. Okay, I think it's Christine next. Hello, Cassandra. How are you? I'm good, thank you. And you? I wanted to know if I have a future with Rhea in love. I think you just naturally will fall into this relationship. It could be this bit where you're both trying to be a little bit of a single person right now. All the singles in the house, put your hands up, because you're awesome. I can't put my hand up, sorry. But yeah, it's just like the whole idea is that you'll just naturally fall into this relationship. So what is Seashell's reaction when Adita told her that thing? She doesn't care. I think she's a very smart person, and so therefore the whole idea is she's not really overly done with people's gossip or what they say. She's very much laid back, and she just doesn't really care. So I think that's the thing. How does your Taurus feel about you, says Diana. I think we got these things, winter and also the ones, so I'm very sure we've already answered this for you, and we did pull out this one card before, I'm very sure. So yeah, it's just like the whole idea is that things where it's like this bit where he wants to approach but he doesn't know whether he should, or this person wants to approach. Does A think about me? What does that person think? Well, you kind of got them hot and bothered, and they're wondering whether or their single life is going to be better than actually having a relationship with you. So like A kind of decided, but they still love the whole idea that you can be such a absolutely original, tangible being. Like, you can bring whatever you want into a space. So let's say you want to do something, you get it done. You're a very, very, very strong, powerful, charismatic person. So I think in some ways, Flammy, they just enjoy your thing. No worries, Harmony. Does a Pisces have Gemini Instagram? Has Gemini Instagram? Does she see the Instagram story from theirs? Okay, right. I think you shouldn't be concerned about these things because the world is not going to fall down. So I think you being on social media is kind of being a little bit more it's making other people upset that you're spending quite a lot of time on social media. I feel like that's a thing that's really getting to the people in your life. But yeah, I don't think so. I think that there is this kind of very worried feeling for you about these things. And I don't think that these people really are kind of bothered about just one thing, because if you think about it, the consumption of Instagram or something like that is quite high. So yeah, I would say if you're spending quite a lot of time on Instagram, like maybe more than 2 hours a day, you need to think about that, because that's making other people upset in your life more than the actual person you want them to see your Instagram stories. I do, Christy. So if you go to Instagram, you could go through Instagram to my eBay. So I only do eBay readings in the UK. So that'll be in UK. But yeah. In pounds, but yes. I do. Should I let Lepana manufacture my belts, says Mali. I think you are too poor for this. Don't do it. You're too poor for this. Don't give people money. Save it. Spend it on something else. Don't spend it on a manufacturer of belts, because it's you're too poor. You're too poor for that. Which Hayes MC or feel for me. So they kind of feel like you're very dependent and you're very childlike. So it might be that you're quite young, and so therefore you're like a little bit too young for them. You haven't matured, you haven't grown as a person. It's okay. So sometimes this can be a thing with guys these days. They're saying that women are getting younger and younger, and they have the world experience. No, they don't. They just left home early. They really don't. Feel for you. There's good stuff with you, but they're also like chaotic at the moment. So don't expect that energy to be focused on you, because they're not particularly focused on anything. They do enjoy your company, do enjoy your time, like the idea of relationship with you, but I don't know whether that's a thing. So what's SS reaction? Yesterday, when I followed her again on Instagram and removed her a week or two ago, she possibly didn't notice. Yeah, she didn't notice. Sorry. SS, she didn't really notice that at all. So, Mom, hello, Mom. What's coming towards me in a month? Is the good or bad news month? Well, I think that there's a good thing. Oh, yes. We got this cardigan. Okay, so I think it's hard. There's a jumble of things. Stop being a scaredy cat. Make sure to go outside. Yeah, kind of get yourself out there in some little way. It doesn't mean outside. Don't breathe on other people. They might kill you. It's the way that we work in the world. Do not cough on someone, please, for the love of God. But yeah, the creativity in your life is coming back. So that's a good thing. And you get a lot of what you wanted just because it's about that time. But there is a feeling of stuckness, and you kind of got your claws, it's buried in that sofa, so to speak. Also, you might have argument with a loved one, or if you're in a relationship, you'll start seeing like the cracks of the relationship because you kind of have grown apart, or you come from different backgrounds, and that might be something that you both need to work out. Is like if you both need like something else, not like open the door to an open relationship. Is there some days that you both need to have your time off? Is there going to be like a Wednesday that you do salsa, they do like a man's night out on the weekend, go to the pub, get drunk? It's got to be those things where then you have those kind of times that you can kind of split up. So it's not bad news, it's just like that things. What does Arby think about you? well, they're struggling to keep in contact. It can be that thing that is struggling with the ability not to that they live in a different time zone, so they're kind of having a hard time trying to contact you in general, and so therefore it's kind of hard because you need to balance your life out and they have to balance their life out, so you might need to kind of think about that. Rupali, yes, of course. So my boss like me more than a professional way. I doubt. Please confirm if it's true or not. Okay, so Rupali says, it possibly is true that she likes you, but that's kind of, or this person likes you. But this is heartbreak, so yeah, I don't know. Keep working yourself, and even though like she likes you, she possibly never told you. So the whole idea is that this person that told you has wanted to put you on edge for some reason. So if they're kind of one of these ones that does a good job at work and is trying to vie you for promotion, it could have been what would I say, a psych move that they're trying to out-psych you. So kind of realize that even though like it is possibly true that they've done this psych thing. Is the Libra thinking about you currently? Yes, I think so. Sorry, I think the Libra is still thinking about you. They're stuck on you. So that's kind of the thing. What angel blessings are coming for me? They're telling you to get outside, whether it's to get some sunlight or to try and stop being so scared. I'm not saying that you need to go outside without a mask, or if you're waiting for your vaccinations, don't go outside, but they want you to get out and do something like exercise and stuff like that. They're going, yeah. Sense of humor is Pisces love. I feel like bad joke videos. Bad joke videos, you know, like the ones that people trap up and they like they get themselves stuck in a situation. I feel like very colorful bad joke videos. So they go like get stuck in something and you're like, oh no. So like I would say like Jackass, but like G-rated. Like they got stuck in something, or yeah. I feel like funny videos that people are doing stupid things. What's coming towards me in August month? I think you have to realize that it's not going to be a great August for you. So you're watching something of yours move, transition, or change without you dealing with that. And that can be very hard because there's this discrepancy for what you feel right now dealing with these things. And that's kind of a hard thing because it doesn't mean that you should think of it as a bad thing. Everything has to change. And so for you in this space, I would tell you that, look, it's okay to have some things that aren't going for you right now because they will bring in something else. So therefore, I would say as an Australian, after every bushfire comes rain. So yeah, it's like and in Australia, if we didn't have a bushfire, most of our native plants don't grow. because they actually have to have heat to release seeds and stuff like that. So they come back very, very fast after bushfire. What's coming towards you? You need to keep planning. I'm shocked. And that's why you have to think about that, because you've got to kind of keep on planning yourself. You can't think that the world's got your back, because you don't know what you want. And I would suggest that you need to figure out what you want so you can then work on what you want. What the connection between me and Rafid grows more stronger and deeper now, says Pritha. So, will the contact between me and Rafid? I don't know. You've possibly have to look at every single reaction that you kind of like. I feel like it's, you love me, do you not love me? Like, what do you think about this woman? Oh, you think she's pretty? Do you think she's hot? It kind of feels like these vibes, and you kind of gotta like let that go. Because I think every single time that you do these things where you're kind of trying to prove that this person doesn't like you or doesn't want to have a relationship with you, you're just driving more nails in that coffin. So you need to work on that, Pritha. Is like, don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare your relationship with other people's, because you will get really upset very quickly, and it's not that person's fault. Does A love me about choosing single life rather than me? I think he's scared of that, like, that connection that he's got with you. So I think he's overwhelmed with the feelings that come with love, not love itself, but he's overwhelmed with the feelings that it comes to love, and he possibly has commitment issues because that's scared and that's overwhelmed by love. So that's kind of a thing where I think that there's like a commitment issue with that. Hello Gerda, hello. May I ask a question? I'm wishing for guidance. Of course you can. So Mally, I'm heartbroken in love. I was scared to run from my person now. I think he's over me. I think he think I don't like him. Not true at all. I just did that, S. I just did that one. So if you didn't hear that one, I would suggest going back in time. I've already read that one. Hi, Ethics. Does the wife see how I feel about her? Well, sometimes I think you just put yourself in the doghouse. Young Buddha. You just... I think this is your, like, wife and her mother that you get, like, in trouble with, because you say something not particularly, like, possibly as a joke to your mother-in-law while your mother-in-law's here, or, like, if your mother-in-law doesn't come and visit, it's like one of her friends, but then you end up in this situation here. But I think she realizes that you put a lot of stuff on the table. You keep providing, you keep looking after her, and you keep trying to impress her, which is great. I think that's amazing that she realizes that you do quite a lot. But yeah, like, sometimes I think your sense of humor gets yourself in more trouble. So sometimes I think you might have to, like, hoof it and go and sit in the shed for like the afternoon and try and stay away from your mother-in-law in some ways, because I think you tend to, like, just stick your tongue in that. Will he contact you again soon? No, I don't think so, Swiss Station. I think that he's going to really not want to contact you anytime soon, and he's staying strong with that belief. So yeah. So Sakina, does HS love me? Okay, that's a good question. Does HS love you? Give me 1 second. Oh my god. Ooh. It's okay. It's fine. I'm going to get to the end of the summer and I'm going to lose so much weight because the weight in water is just going to go absolutely down because I'm sweating my ass off. No, I don't think this is sweating. Everything else is, though. Sorry, Sakina. Does HS love me? I think he's kind of not understanding what to do in this thing, so I would say no. Just because he's overwhelmed by feelings. So a lot of times with love, you might think of like the romantic love, and he's just trying to like survive another day. So sometimes when people are kind of in a headspace, they're not going to feel like, oh yeah, I love this person, I might have an attachment to them, I might really don't want them to go away, I want them to be my companion forever, my the only person I could think about being with. But like when you think romantic love or like what we call erotic love, I don't think it's in his brain at the moment. What will your brother do when he gets wealthy? Possibly tell you to save your own money. I think that's the thing. He's gonna be like, Michelle, I got all this money by myself. You need to earn your own money. So he possibly will give you advice, but he also will stand back and wait for you to get your own money. So am I the runner or chaser in the connection that feels like a twin flame with RB? I think you think too much into this connection. I feel like there is this bit where you're kind of concentrating too much on the finer details of this. And there's no idea of like other instances where you could feel these ways. And so therefore I would say it's more a karmic connection, because sometimes he says something and he will hurt your feelings, and sometimes I think that's to do it on purpose as well. So I would say, Aurelia, he's not particularly being very nice to you, and that's why I would say it's more a karmic connection than that. How Ahmed see me right now? Okay, so Gerda says, how are men seeing me right now? I'm in a relationship where we've got difficulties at the moment, and I'm chatting with a mutual. Well, firstly, it's kind of interesting because there is a reason why you're both having a hard time. So the whole idea of Queen of Pentacles in upways and essentially King of Cups in reverse is that your partner is very emotionally needy right now, and that can be a really hard thing to deal with, because yeah, he's having a hard time right now dealing and coping with his own feelings, and you could possibly be someone that can't deal with these things, because I think when you want to do something, you either throw money at it or you get the job done, and then you can't see that inability of his. There is always bigger possibilities, but I think that you're overwhelmed with the ideas that everything would be better if you can invest in other baskets, so other men. I don't think that's completely true, Gerda, but I would also tell you that he needs another emotional outlet. You can't be that emotional outlet because you are starting to wear thin, and you can't, because that cup is just too empty and your emotional cup is not getting filled, or love cup. Let's say love cup. It sounds like a menstrual cup, but anyway, now presenting you the love cup. Maybe it's like my pug cup. Look, Puggy the bug. But yeah, I'd say that he needs to get someone to listen to him, like a counselor or something. So that would be what I would say. But all the guys like you would like to chase you because you are the girl boss. You know exactly what you want. So Miriam says, will Aries FGs reach out to me soon? Me Taurus. Okay. I don't know. This is kind of a weird thing because this person's going to keep you waiting for a while. You could reach out and contact them, but you need to be fair and just to yourself as well as them. So if they don't reach out to you, you need to sit there and go, enough is enough. So like whatever's happening right now, they are in a space where they're feeling blah. So like, what is life matters? Like apathy, I think that's what I would say. Yeah. Michelle says, when will I meet the guy that will marry me? You gotta be careful about that, asking that question. We could say tomorrow, but then you get divorced like a week after. Like sometimes when you ask cards, they will tell you exactly like what's going to happen. It's telling you to trust fate. So trust the time. It's also telling you to make use of this time right now to build something. I think it's a business or something that will give you something larger. So why you sit there and go, okay, like I didn't give you a time frame, is because usually when you fix one part of your life, you will fix multiple parts of your life. So usually when I say these things, it's not just to put you down. It's more to realize that you are the owners of your own destiny. Cards don't help. Cards are only here as tools to tell you what to do right now to get what you want. So I feel like in general, you've got to also figure out why you keep kind of putting the spanner in the works. So sometimes I feel like you'll argue with someone for the sake of arguing, or you'll be mean to someone because you had a bad day. You need to kind of be a little bit nicer to people, because sometimes we don't realize how much damage we cause other people. So that is the thing. So you've got to trust that the universe has your back, and grow your own business and be kind to people, and it will happen. I would say is as soon as you kind of get that money in, you become confident and happy in yourself, guys will be like, hey, I want to marry you. It's going to be quite quickly. As soon as they see like, oh, Michelle down there, she's raking the money, you'll have like marriage proposals sooner or later. They'll be like, hey, Michelle, marry me. No, marry me. Should I move on for Bo? And does he even want something serious? Says SS. I feel like when you're kind of feeling this, like, does he seriously want me? You can be so dramatic because for you, this connection is everything. So this Mo connection is everything in your life right now. And you've got to kind of go, well, I'm better than this. And invest as many roots out as you can. Work on family, work on friends, work on your community, build yourself up. And so as soon as you realize that there's a lot of things that you can do without like just one particular connection, then the life turns around on you quite quickly. And so therefore the whole idea is not just like, well, he wants something serious with you, but the whole idea is then, do you really want something serious with him? Like, if he's going to waste his time and your potential's grown, I would suggest that. Also, like, this guy is very much wants to like always tell you about his issues and then kind of plays down yours. So I would say that there's another thing that I would tell you is that, like, if someone's in a situation and they always feel like they need someone to be emotionally around there, then you can't do that. You can't do that for them. They need to go and talk to someone about their issues, about their things. They need a counselor. And they need to talk to someone. We can't be these people for them. We can listen. We could try to listen. It's very hard. So what kind of a man does SS likes? Last question. Wants a confident man. Someone that kind of tells them what's going on. And it's also a little bit spontaneous. Can kind of go with the flow. So I feel like someone that can see where they're going and also can kind of wing it sometimes, like being able to be like playful and jump with something like, oh yeah, we go to the beach, okay, I'll grab my towel. Like, there's kind of like these things where women, like the whole idea that the guy is predictable in some ways, goes and gets work done, can do that, but also can chill. And go to the beach with them or something like that. So yeah. Hello, Amara. So blessings for next month, says Michelle. Yeah, this week is a bit rough for me because I have family problems and other stuff. I completely can hear you, Mum, Money is. If anyone needs to talk about anything that's not card related, please let me know. I'm always happy to talk. So Michelle's blessings for next month. The angels or the universe is telling you that you can make whatever you want to make. You just have to believe in it and stop staring at that water, turn it off and start washing the dishes. So the whole idea is why you're not seeing any progress is because you're not working on it. That's what the blessings are. Keep working on it. You're doing a good job. Nikki says, separated from the husband since 8 years old. When will I get reunited? Nikki, are you sure you're still married? 8 years. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that there's not been any divorce documents. 8 years. I don't think we'll get reunited. I think that's over. The Two of Cups in reverse. No, I think it's very much over. Sorry, Nikki. Yes. What makes you like me? If that's true, I want point maintaining distance because I'm not interested, and I think he could sense that. It could possibly be like maybe not a romantic love. That you get all your shit done. You're very it's like you get everything done. You clean out the office. You and you could joke every now and again. So therefore, there's kind of like you have a sunny personality as well as just like getting your work done. So it might be just like a work husband thing. You know what a work husband thing is? Like, yeah, so what does Sejal think about my emotional behavior? Oh my god. Oh, so it was 3 years, not 8 years. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nikki. I thought it was 8. I need glasses. I swear. So the whole idea is like, what does Sejal think about your emotional behavior? It's kind of weird because it's highlighting issue, and I will tell you the issue. It's like because they see your emotional behavior, they feel loved because they know that like oh yeah, like you're not gonna leave because you're like, oh, it's like the whole idea that kind of highlights both of your emotional issues, and that might be a really bad thing overall. But I think in some ways there's this justice card. So whatever you do emotionally, like if you snap while being emotional, it's going to come back to you, and that's a tip for tap behavior. So I think in general it's kind of hard because I feel like that's a thing where you'll need to really work on that, because yeah, it's not good if they are provoking your anxieties or you're like really being emotionally like that, because even though it can be reassuring for them, that's the thing. So okay. So Sophie says, what should I not do or say during my interview on Tuesday, and how will it go? What? Well done for getting an interview, Sophie. Okay, the cards are just absolutely being a mess. Behave, cats. They're just happy that you're getting the interview. Okay, so what should you do or say? I think you might have to stop being overly like impressing. So like don't kind of be like, you know how you could be like vocally how do I explain it? Like verbal diarrhea. Like you could keep on going on and on and on and on and on. And so that's something that is highlighted. So I possibly would take like your talking points with you, or like some kind of writing down, like even if you take in a business card and you have like a business card that you can see the back of, and you're like, oh wait, I actually just wrote something quickly on the business card as I came in. They're not going to think about that too much, but that's the thing. I would think of the potential ideas that they might need someone to do. So like, let's say if you go, okay, the 10 hardest things of working in this, like this job, if you just do a quick Google and it says the 10 ideas, the hardest things to do in this job, and then you write down those ideas, how you're going to combat these things, and they go, oh yeah, like what would you do if you had this job? Or why do you want this job? You could sit there and go, because I like the idea that even though this kind of job is kind of hard, in this way, I like it because I can give you this. And they'll sit there and go, okay, this person really wants this job because they've thought about how some of these things are quite hard, and they'll know that you want this. Okay, so hello, Amara. Amen, Cass. I can't wait for these beautiful weddings. Can't take you for. No worries, Sarub. What a beautiful wedding. Bless you, extremely grateful. Thank you. So Abchek says, my name is Matua. Love reading for me. It sounds like you're like going into Dragon Ball Z. Hello, Lita. How are you? So I think that you've got to realize when you're not compatible in a relationship, because I feel like you kind of get a little bit too caught up in like it's a relationship and you don't realize that you're not compatible. So I would suggest that. And also strengths, it's a lot of time and effort to put yourself out in a space for dating and stuff like that. So you need to be strong. I feel like that's the thing that I need to highlight that for you, is to be strong. Get your strength from other places. How am I today? I'm good, Lita. And you? What does the guy I met last night think of me? Mini me? Oh, I don't have a mini me. You must be a mini you then. I don't understand. Why are we having... Okay. I don't understand. Okay, right. My lights are flashing and I don't know why. So that's fine. It's just like that weird thing. Okay. The guy that you met last night thinks of you. It's kind of weird because there is this karma and this maybe that you can be quite obsessive. They noticed that you did some things that weren't great. Possibly they're trying to think that it was because you were tired or you were intoxicated, I think. So they're kind of trying to think, okay, like these things weren't great when I saw this person, but they really loved you. So it's like the whole idea is that they still have this great view of you, but they might have this kind of bit where like whatever you did, there was something that you did, like hailing a taxi with your like loud voice or something like that. That they kind of went, oh, okay. So Karen's Kasha's thoughts for you, I think that's thoughts. They think you're a very wise person. Okay? So Sheena is the next one. What's coming towards me? So, I'm really confused now. So I don't know. I understand that. But anyway, let's keep on going. So what's coming towards you is a highlight of beautiful parts of your life. Let's say like Emily. I'm thinking Emily, the movie where the little girl waitress, she's so cute. But that's kind of what I think, like this beautiful vibes coming into your life, just changing it. So therefore there might be appreciation for nature and things right now that you might have not taken into standard this time. So this is like celebrations and spring. So whatever's coming is going to be good. Does Z miss me or think about me? I think of her for some reason, and I'm wondering if it's... I think they do miss you. There's like this whole idea that this is prosperity, just like this feeling of got everything. So I think that they are protected though, so don't worry about them if you were worried that they are in something. No, they're protected, but they still miss you. Yeah. Books of Love says, does he love someone else romantically more than me? No, that's no. Does not love anybody more romantically than you. That's not a possibility. I can't see that. Books of Love. So Suri says, does the Libra regret the mean, hurtful things that he said to me? Well, it's hard because when it comes to a truth, there's never a point of time that someone does not justify their actions. They do not think that it wasn't like something. So he possibly, and this is what's highlighted here, he possibly thinks that you were mean. So therefore, when he turned around and said mean things to you, it was justified because there was already this bit that you created the scratch and he made it bigger. So sometimes that's a hard thing because you might not remember the mean things you said to him, but you definitely remember the mean things that he said to you. So sometimes that can be a hard thing. So Zinab says, please tell me about my reunion. When does that take place between me and my hubby? I think it's been a while that whatever has made you both kind of split is kind of gone now, and you can then start rebuilding both your lives. I don't know whether this is going to be in a love relationship back to where it was before. It's just going to be a thing that you both talk to each other and you both become better at talking to each other and possibly friends. Sophie says, what do my contacts usually think of the things I post on WhatsApp status? You're in trouble, girl. They're really worried that you're kind of pulling your life apart. They don't want to ask you what's okay, but they're like sitting there going, oh no, Sophie, again, really? This is the tower. This is like ultimate building block energy where you've built something very rickety and then it falls over. So yeah. Is my family also my comic? Well, actually, Fluent Language Solutions, Karma, no. So your family is not karmic. So therefore, usually this is the difference. So a karma connection with a love and a twin flame is going to feel very similar, because they are, one is negative and one's positive, and then you have your soulmates in between. So it's fine, because I think in some ways, most of the time when we have a twin flame, they're very annoying to live with. They're very annoying because they're very much like us. They're very similar. So karma connections with family. Why are we getting all these, like, it's like drums? I don't know why we're doing this while we're having karmas. So with a family, what I would explain it is that we see how our parents interact with us, and we see how they interact with each other. And most of the time when we see that, we believe that the opposite's better, because we see all the bad things that happen with them, so then we create the opposite. And that can be worse, because then our children will then be karmic against us. Well, not karmic, but the whole idea is they choose a different route, because they see our unhappiness, so they don't want to do that. So Sunayab, I did tell you. So yeah. So I would say it's only going to be a couple of months, I guess. Excuse me, sorry. I would say it's only going to be 3 to 6 months until you get a call from that, your husband, Sanib. So, what business will make you wealthy in the future? How would I explain this? It feels like almost like a matchmaker. You are putting opportunities and you're putting people together. I feel like that's the thing. So it might not be a matchmaker, but it's something close to that. It's about trying to get people to see that people will go together and see opportunities. It's got strength and wisdom as well. So I feel like it's a thing where you will... I don't know why I say matchmaker. It feels very strong in my head. That you're trying to bring people together. What did he say to my mother? Okay, so that he wants you to call him back. He wanted you to call him back, and that he's got something of yours. I don't know what it would have been. It was something that he needed to give to you. So, I don't know if you left something at his place or something like that. Whether you need it back, but it was like something physical that he had to give to you. What do I need to hear now? Namritaid. Realize that you're not alone in any of your situations right now. There's always going to be someone that's going to be able to look after you, and you should actually realize, if you're feeling like you need to lean on someone, that you need to find someone right now, because like the whole world is going to be very hard and possibly scary, because there's so many options, and so I feel like it's so little time that you've given yourself for choosing things that you feel overwhelmed. No, you're safe, you're protected, and people love you and care for you. Yeah, so that's the thing that I tell you, is that you're loved and connected to people, and you need to lean on them if you don't feel good right now, okay? What does the spirit guide say to you? Okay, that you need to... This kind of feels scary. That one's getting skipped. It's scary. Okay, so... What does the spirit want me to know? I think in general, like, you've got to realize the spirit is just telling you that you are getting somewhere with your finances or money, and they want you to keep on going with that because you need to work on that. And so therefore you are so close to getting things that you want that they're just telling you right now, go and get it. So keep on working on what you're doing because you are doing very well. Like, I would think the numbers like 1111. So that's a angel number. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Hello, Gita. So Chillip says, will I get the job at NES? Okay, so NES, I think so. But it might not be the position that you wanted. So I think in general, you have to be very firm. If they have given you a different position and you wanted the first one, I would tell them that you want that one instead. Okay? So S says, you skipped my question whether SS loves me or not. I think we did answer that. I think I've done that twice. But I think I will just do this again because it's easier than have that. Yes, of course, Christy. You can. What's your Instagram? It should be up the top. That click the link. Click the link up the top of the YouTube page and it should be there. Okay, so SS loves you or not. I think they're overwhelmed. They are trying their very best to be a good person, but I don't think they really love you, no. There is this kind of overwhelming sensation with them that they aren't lovable. I feel like that's the thing. They aren't lovable. So you can't convince them that. They have to deal with that themselves. Tenants of Wild, is he upset with me? That he hate me? How does he truly feel? That the whole idea that you treated this person unfairly. He feels like he got treated in a way that you, like, he wouldn't have treated you, but you treated him, and so therefore it's just like he's kind of angry that you assumed that what you did was okay. So I don't know what you did. So Edie is next. Give me a second, Edie. Oh, that mic picks up everything. I'm so sorry, guys. It's good because it's very, very clear, but hello, Satina. Serena. Okay. So general love reading for August for Edie. It's positive. It's full of vibes. I love it. It feels like on the beach dancing. Good music. Like maybe a cold beer. I don't know whether you drank, but it feels like you're just going to be just enjoying those vibes. I don't know whether it's just going to be it's like it felt like a beach, some music, some live music and a cold beer, but How do I come off to him then and now? Okay, so you want 2 cards then. Okay. Come on. The cats are not jumping out anymore. They're being very lethargic. I think this guy was a very much emotional person, which is okay. That's fine. That's what happens to all of us, actually. So therefore, every single suit of cards has its different understandings of it. So this guy, like, was kind of really more self-obsessed, I feel. So that could be something that you need to know. So the whole idea was he's come off him, then he didn't feel like it was totally like a good relationship to get into, or that he really didn't have anything really that he wanted to get from this. So yeah. Also, Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is interesting because, like, Ace of Swords is like, he feels like you're chaotic. There's so much possibly not paranoia, but you get scared a lot. And so therefore he couldn't really help, because there's nothing you can tell people if they're scared of something. You can't tell them anything. So of course, Serena, can you just place your questions down? My parents are always having problems with work and stuff. Is there something good going to happen? Please give me some advice. I think your dad's running out of patience. And he's just taking the frustration out on the family. I don't know whether this is going to be something... I think at the end of the day, you could probably help your dad just by helping with chores and kind of cleaning up sometimes, because the whole idea is that there's just one thing at the top of the rest of the things that just make him snap, and that's the main thing. Okay, yeah, I would say that that's the biggest thing I would put out there. Okay, so CJ says, how is Aries feeling about me? No contact. I think they've moved on. There was this kind of bit that they might have left the door open for you, but they're kind of trying to move on from this. So okay. So Christy says, I want to know why my neighbors are connected to my townhouse that I live in, target me. They have strong hatred when they're by myself, and it frustrates me. They wanted to move for a very long time. They wanted to move. Now they're stuck. So it's not just like your problem, Christy. It's just like, I think that it's just the thing. I feel like when you meet someone, you are always the person that kind of talks to them, and you kind of are the one that's like, hey, how are you? How are you going? How are you doing? How are you doing this? And because you're doing this, then you get, what would I say? your energy is this bit where I feel like when bullies and stuff pick on you is because they see that you can be picked on. And whether or not you like it, there's only a couple of ways to show people, like, it's either you have to be more dominant, which means that you have to give your power way less. This means that you need to make sure that you don't move as much. You can hold your voice like at a level and talk slower. You need to put your shoulders back. You need to kind of give more space to your words. And so Christy, I would suggest that you need to kind of figure out what you're kind of giving out as a vibe. And don't worry about being picked on. It's more like, be careful of who you pick on. like the bullies will know who to pick on because they know, they could tell. So it's like, there's no good reason. People are mean. People mean and cruel sometimes. It's just the case. And so therefore you need to realize that, hello Ashi, that you need to give that space where you kind of take back your power. And if they're being mean and cruel to you, don't let them be mean or cruel to you. Just let it go. Like, sometimes I'm sitting there, last night I was thinking of something that someone did, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I rolled over and the boyfriend's in bed. I'm like, are you nearly asleep? And he's like, yes. And I was like, well, I'm sorry about this. I started singing let go in bed. Let it go, let it go. It's brilliant. I slept very sadly after that, but yeah. My family was quite unkind to me. I cut them off slowly, but my father's back being annoying again and giving me silent treatment. What should I do onwards? Know your power, Sea Saint. Know that it's exactly the same as Christy. Put your head up. Be low and measured. Give people boundaries. If they cross those boundaries, you sit there and go, no, you violated my boundaries. I put up a boundary. Don't get upset with them. Don't get upset with them. Just don't give them it. Don't give them something. They're not worthy of your time. If they give you silent treatment, they're expecting you to talk first. Don't talk to them. Is Ra serious about our relationship as well towards me? I think this guy is kind of rejecting this love relationship, Bella, and I would say that he's... What would I say? I would say loyal, but he's also not particularly happy in this relationship. So I would start suggesting that you either try and figure out, is there something that you could do? Which I would strongly suggest, like, only think about this for a day. And then if he's unhappy, then you might need to think about letting this person go. If they come back to you, that's fine. You could sit there and go, okay, maybe this is not working. Maybe you need some time off for this relationship. Come back when you really want to work on it. Archie says, may I work a general guidance for spirit guides, what I need to do the most of the time. Thank you. And I love the unicorn. Oh my god. Love the unicorns. What you need to know right now, Archie, is that you are able to kind of flirt and play and have a great time with people, and that's what you need to do. You need to be out there being confident, being gorgeously creative. Whatever you want to wear, whatever color you want to wear today, put it on. Like, bring this like the flirtatious eccentrics out of you. I made a new word, eccentrics. I love it. I want to keep that, eccentrics. Sunflower, hi. Is Asan thinking how to block me? That was what that you were showing. Maybe. Is this a wise move though? If this person unblocks you, would this be a good idea? Because I think that in general, this person's not completely great for you. And they might lead you down this idea that like everything around them is fine, but underneath it's not fine and it's not okay. So Fluent Language Solutions says, what does one need to heal from, to break from, whatever current karma? Is to kind of realize that sometimes you're not accepting the things that you need to accept in life. I think sometimes you can be very discouraged, and what you're doing is then bringing that discouragement on other people, or possibly saying things that you do not mean because you're upset. There's just this bit where you've got to realize that life is giving you things for a reason. And sometimes, even if they seem to be bad things, is to accept them and go, thank you, universe, for this. I understand that I'm not feeling grateful right now. If it's like a flat tire, thank you, universe, for this. I'm grateful that you brought this in my life right now. I possibly should have remembered to kind of inflate the tire, or like there might be a sexy guy that comes to pick up the car. I will then see that as a sign of you looking after me in some reason. I'm grateful that I didn't get in a car accident, because it was a flat tire, it could have popped. So sometimes it's amazing because, thank you, I got some food. Jesus Christ. Okay. This is going to be fun, guys. I got food and then it's on. Thank you. What are you doing? It's okay. I'll have some later. Thank you. See, you can be grateful for the break of the the tarot readings. I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything on the floor. I think that's the hint to actually like say at the end of the questions, can you put the readings are closed so you could have dinner, please? So that's the thing. I feel like that's yours, Flirts. Well, I passed the QA job test that I'm getting. It's hard to think because there is the Emperor, so this kind of is a falling down. So maybe you passed some of it, but you didn't pass other parts of it. So Tenets of the Wild. So I would say that you possibly passed the theoretical, but not possibly the practical, because sometimes with the QA test they give you a practical one, so that can be a hard one. I think that they really enjoyed you overall. that you were kind of too serious in the interview. But I think in general you've got the job, okay? So you need to stop relaxing, open up. Also work on the practical. Like, think about, like, if they give you a practical test, try and be very calm. Okay. So why did Andrew approach me the way he did? Thank you. No worries, Victoria. He's still, like, hurting over something that has happened. Like, something that got said. It might have not been you. It might be someone in the past, which sometimes happens. And so the High Priestess is, like, sees the potential of this relationship, but also is a little bit standoffish at the same time. So whether or not you like it, there was something that got said that would change the way that he thinks of you. Pormina, it says, will your manifestations come true or not? It's only if you actually get off your butt and do something about it. This one is actually get up and go. So pretty much levitate, work on it, because even though the manifestations are in there, you need to work on it physicality. Yes? Notice everyone talk about family. May I ask who the person tells my family about me, and what does he think of my mom? That he really loves your family. You're very, I feel like, from a very disruptive family, so sometimes they might not really understand why you have such a disruptive family, but that's what's happening. Also, he sees a bigger part of a bigger life with you. So he's possibly telling everyone, like, oh yeah, I like this one. She's really good. Like, I like her more, more than the last ones. So, like, it could be, like, trying not to say, like, completely that he's overly infatuated with you, but that's the thing. So, Achel says, AJ's current feelings for you. He's feeling like you're very highly emotional. Is that okay, Achel? Are you feeling emotional right now? You might have a hard time right now, and you might need to talk to a friend or something, because that's what they're noticing. And if they're kind of not great at emotions, they might not feel great about that. So Alana says, does my friend miss me? I think so. I think very much so. I feel like they're afraid of, what would I say? Like, dealing with getting caught out if, like, this person really, really, really misses you. And they're afraid of getting caught out with just not being able to move on with their lives, or developing new relationships, because that's the thing. What does he think I feel for him? Says CS. So he thinks you're addicted to him. That's the thing, is that you've got a self-addiction for this person. So it's not just like tempted by this person. You are literally addicted to this person. CS. So I hope that people have put down the list is closed, because I will need to eat dinner. So I find it funny when that's the thing. It's like, okay, right? So marriage together. I would say possibly soon. Cause I feel like this woman's relying on you. So that possibly is a soon connection. But I don't know whether you want to do that, because that can be a kind of a feeling that you don't want them to rely on you. But when you get married, that's what that person's going to do. So give me a second. What does the Virgo like about me, and what does he not like about me? Says mini me. Oh, it's very sticky today. It's been a sticky day. It's absolutely sticky. Okay. What does he like about you? It's kind of weird, because like I don't understand that. What does he like about me, and what does he not like about me? Because I'll show you the other one, and it's like, okay, maybe I get it. Okay, so you're very mini-me, you're very open to new things. He doesn't like that you're very much a detail-orientated person, and you need to see a bigger picture. Also, you love a lot of people, so you kind of can spread your love around, and he doesn't feel like that means that he matters as much, and you've got everything going for you. So it's kind of like, not that he's really not wanting to sabotage you in any way, but he doesn't want you to be in a way that he gets forgotten. Like, oh yeah, what are you doing with your friends on the weekend? And then he'll be upset because you went out with friends. So you've got to kind of be a little bit careful with that. That seems like very controlling behavior, even though he might not be do it. Does my online friend interested in me? I think so, Enchantress. He's chasing around you, or this person in general. I say he, but it doesn't need to be a thing. Rim says Ariane's next actions towards me. They need to get out of that space first. So that's a thing. That is a thing. I feel like they need to get out of where they are already. So they're hiding in that little cave. So they might not take an action. You have to realize that they might not take an action because they're a little bit scared of that. Scared he was a player, and know there was a connection. Will he ever forgive me? Shall I reach back? It's exactly the same one, which means that they're not going to connect. They might not even pick up the phone. So I wouldn't say that you should reach back, because you might get really upset by their kind of not contacting you. Hello, Wingman! How are you? I'm dying. And the question should be nearly over. If you got to the end of the list, can you type in that list is closed? Because I need to eat my dinner, because my other half came in with salad, and then was a little bit upset that I was still streaming or something. I don't know. I'll ask him later. So what could I accept in the month of August for Abhishek? That you need to realize your own power and that you are a very smart person, so you should do that. The Flame says, does he want us to still be together? Hello, Cheryl. Does he still want to be together? I think he's kind of realized that he wants to, like, he does, but like, if he came back, he wouldn't be satisfied. So Flam, I don't know. This kind of feels weird because he does want to have this kind of fair, equal relationship with you, but he's also going to be dissatisfied in it. So some people be crazy. Meow, 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 meow. So when is Madhumas when Karen cannot coming towards you? I would say at least a couple of years before you'll get married to this person. So I would say it's going to be quite a while, okay? So, hi Cheryl. What does Denver think about me? No worries, Christy. How Denver thinks about you. You might be a little bit of drama queen. So yeah. A bad boy, what are you gonna do? When does it come to you? May I text you about the problem I stress it about every day? I need some help. You can message me the email for the business email or the personal email for YouTube. You can message me. I try to do that every single day, okay? I tend to check it every single day, so it should be there. So Santani says, what is Rushan think about me? Will our relationship get stronger in the future? I feel like that's a strength thing, yeah. Eccentrics. I like that one. I do like that. Thank you for reminding me that I like eccentrics. It sounds like a very confident dominatrix, but eccentric. It's a very good vibe. I love it. So the French guy still like me. What does he feel for me when he sees me as? Well, it was good seeing you. Have a good one. Yep. See you soon, wingman. So it will be CBS. You're trouble. You're very much trouble. He doesn't want to. It's kind of weird. He doesn't want a relationship with you, but yeah. I just go back. Okay. So I've got to kind of get to the end and then I will say goodbye to you all, but I'm going to do this. So yeah. Does the Libra want me or another girl? I think he's over women. They're kind of too emotional for him. Sorry, it might be the age that he does that. So yeah. I would say that's the thing. Does he love? You should not ask for higher pay for QA job. They will just find another person. Unless it's software QA, then yes, you can ask more. But if it's game QA, no. They'll find someone to replace you. Does he love? That's a good question. He does love, but he also likes being single, which most guys do want to do that anyway. So Victoria says, how is Andrew's opinion on me changed here now. Yeah, so funny story is I used to work in game QA. I did 4 months in game QA, and then my game studio that I was in closed down, and that was a pain in the ass. Weirdly enough, we have these cards again. So this is reaching out. So opinions then. So he likes the whole idea of being with you. There is this bit where he's kind of realized that there's not as much here as he wanted, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. He still sees you as a viable partner, but he also wants to work on like little tiny details of the relationship and also bring in more things to you. Yeah, so that's a good thing for him. So Flam says, will Emma and I ever be together in the future, and what will the relationship be like? Wow, I just can't believe that so many people came in and asked me questions today. It's insane. I'm glad I closed the list because we were getting down to that. So will Em be together in the future? What will the relationship be like? I think that it is a temptation relationship. So it could be possibly that you both need to work on your temptations. These are not completely self-addictive behaviors, but they can be something that you both, if you drink, you'll drink more together. If you smoke, you'll smoke more together. So it's kind of a little bit of a bit where you'll have to address some of your self-addicting behaviors together. But that's fine. That's in most relationships will be. And also, I think you'll have a lot of independence, so you'll be able to go and do your things, and they will do theirs, which is great. That's a good thing to be. If persons would get together with his family, see me, and what would they like and not like about me personally? So the whole idea is that they would find you very... Did anyone watch this Love is Blind? The actual documentary, and see like what that was like? And there was this lovely lady, but she was very loud, very boisterous personality. She'd say whatever she wanted to say, and she was very, very loud. And that's kind of what I think for you, is that sometimes when you say things, you don't care about what you say, and sometimes people go, okay, why is she saying these things? So you might need to kind of dial your personality back a notch, especially when it comes to the family. But in general, like they really see that you're a ray of sunshine. He loves you. Definitely would think that all the balls are in the court with him. So Yos is next. Okay, so where did we get to the end? Okay, so we've only got a couple left, and then I will finish up and I'll say goodbye to you guys. So Yos is next. Is she a good friend, or should I cut her out of my life? I think there is a personality mismatch. This person wears you out, completely wears you out, burns you out completely, and that's not a good thing. It's not like they have really bad things when it comes to you. It might just be that your personalities are so completely different. And also, I think there is this bit where she complains a lot and you just can't deal with that. So that might be a thing. She's not a bad person. She's not trying to do these things. She just doesn't know what you're doing to the you. Fluent languages solutions. Did he see my message on December? Should I reach out if it's not too late? I think you can definitely reach out to him. I think that it's not too late to reach out, even if it's to say something. I did not see you at all, Enya. I'm scrolling back through. No. No, I don't know. Yeah, so the list closed was quite closed. Did he see the messages? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I think he did. I think he did. Next time, if we meet in past life, okay. No, you won't waste your question on that. No. Okay, so I'll do Enya's just for the sake of it. Hello, Pazom. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. So Enya, Ren's feelings for them. Feelings towards us mutual? I think so, Enya. Looking at this, I would say so. So I will take you... do a general reading for people left. Oh my god. I'm sticky. We are finished. List is closed, L. Come back on Tuesday. I will be here about the same time. Go and eat food. I know, I will. Okay, so we will, if anyone wants to email me, the email is on the YouTube, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye guys, take care, much love. Bye.